What is going on, Z Warriors? MrWaffles here, and I'm doing a video that I don't normally do. I mainly focus on the Dragon Ball Super card game. So for those who don't know my channel and listening to this and seeing like all this card game material, Dragon Ball Super card game is coming out July 28th. So Bandai's making a new Dragon Ball Super card game. So it's really awesome. It's fun. The card art looks amazing. And for those who normally come to my channel for the card game and are listening to this and might wonder like what's going on, I'm just doing like a little talk about episode 100. I see like a lot of comments on YouTube of why people are upset about what happened in that episode. So for those who didn't see it yet, spoiler alert, I'm going to put it up there for everyone just to let everyone know. Okay, it's your last chance, so it's turn back now. So from here on out, I'm going to be talking about episode 100. So with episode 100, it's crazy because I enjoyed it a lot. For episode 100 of Super, I thought they did a really good job and a lot of homages, I guess the word, for material that we've seen before, and which I will get to. First thing I want to point out in the episode, Vegeta is talking about when he sees Kale's transformation. And right now this video is pretty much primarily about Kale and, not so much the episode itself, but really just about Kale I would really want to focus on. And he says that this is the Saiyan's true form, or like true nature or something like that. So it's crazy to know that in Universe 7, the Saiyans are primarily all like primitive, very like, I guess say evil because, Raditz, Nappa, they just want to conquer and just destroy. That's really it. Just like simple-minded, like Frieza always calls them monkeys because, even monkeys I think are smarter than the Saiyans, to be honest with you. But they are just, one-track mind, destroy, disregard life except for their own. And it's crazy to know like the Universe 7 Saiyans seem to be like that compared to the Universe 6 Saiyans to a degree, outside of maybe a couple. But since the Universe 6 Saiyans are totally different, it's crazy to see how no matter what, in that form that Kale is in, that's like the true nature of, I see, like all Saiyans, regardless of the universe. So if you remember in Dragon Ball Z, Vegeta was talking about like the legendary Super Saiyan, or there was some talk about the legendary Super Saiyan and how he like destroyed himself or something like that, right? So it seems like this kind of form, this berserker form that Kale took upon herself, really shows again the essence of just the Saiyan mentality, how they just disregard all human life, even their own well-being, as long as they just are in that rampage rage mode. It's just everything has to be destroyed no matter what. So it's something I kind of picked up and kind of noticed that, at the heart of everything, I think Saiyans are just maybe purely evil, so to speak, because, the Universe 7 Saiyans, again, they have the tail, so they're more primitive, kind of like, just monkeys, just like barbarians, savages, what have you. So Universe 6 Saiyans being different, but the fact that Kale is in Universe 6 and she has that kind of transformation still shows like the grassroots of what Saiyans truly are deep down inside. Now, for everyone complaining about how Kale just walked through, Goku's Super Saiyan Blue Kamehameha, all right, I know everyone's freaking out and like, Super is overpowered or things don't make sense, blah, 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 blah. Just hear me out just for 1 second. The reason I feel mainly that happened and the way it did wasn't so much because, okay, they don't know what they're doing in terms of writing or anything like that. Okay, Kale's in berserk mode, we get that, but I think it had more to do with the Dragon Ball movie when Goku and Broly first like encounter each other, right? And the fact that Goku was doing a Kamehameha and Broly just walked right by it, and just like not walk by it, but like walked right into it and didn't affect him at all. And he grabbed his head the same way I think Kale did to Goku. So that was more of like a throwback and an homage to Broly itself. Sure, it might have something to do with her being in berserk form for sure, definitely. But don't look at it as like, how can she walk through Super Saiyan Blue Kamehameha? Again, it's just more of like an artistic like touch of, something from Dragon Ball Z. And the fact that she was getting so mad at Goku. If you remember in the Broly movie, how Goku, right? And it's really cool how they did this. Goku was crying, and that caused Broly to cry, and he just hated Goku from then on out, right? So his whole life he was just, in the pod, and he just resented Goku. Broly just resented Goku because he was crying and he just couldn't shut up. Now in this one, Goku is fighting Khalifa, and Kale is getting upset, and she's crying now because she feels worthless, and Goku's making her feel that way. Goku's making her feel like, because Kale tried to help, and Goku's like, "What are you doing? Like, leave us alone, let us fight," and just kind of disregarded her. So, Goku made Kale cry, and because of that, that triggered her emotion to be turned into the Berserker Saiyan, and just again went off on everybody. So which was really, really cool. So you can see the hatred in those forms that Broly and Kale have for Goku. And again, I will have the images side by side, but you can see how, you see Broly walking through the Kamehameha, and we probably all thought, that's insane. How does he do that, And now it's the same thing happening again. I think, again, I wouldn't look too much into it like it's some power creep or something like that. It might be, but you can see it throughout all of Super, how they kind of going back to certain moments in Dragon Ball Z history. So I think that's what it's more so for, especially being the 100th episode, being iconic like that. I remember when I first saw Broly going through that Kamehameha, I was like, this guy is serious business. He is the real deal. He's so awesome. And from that moment on, that really made me think like, this guy is the real deal. He's just the best character ever. And I think that's why a lot of people really like Broly too, because the fact that he just doesn't care. And the same thing happened with Kale in this instance. She just walked through the Super Saiyan Blue Kamehameha like it was nothing. So again, I wouldn't look too much into it. Just know that it's something that they're kind of throwing back as a tribute to the other Dragon Ball Z moments in history. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm not really going to talk about the episode itself. It was just really that thing that kind of bothered me, because everyone was just like going back and forth like power creep or whatever. Writing's horrible and stuff. Again, I just see it as a throwback and homage to Broly itself in that iconic scene. So if you like more videos like this, or if you actually want me to talk more about the episode, just leave it in the comments down below. Again, this is really just a special for the 100th episode. But I don't mind doing anything Dragon Ball content related, because I have the card game stuff on my channel, and I don't mind doing this if you guys like it and want to hear more. So with that being said, MrWaffles out.